Hello, and welcome to another new water park video. Today I'll be discussing Carolina Harbor, which is attached to Carowinds in Charlotte, North Carolina. This video will give you an overview on what slides and complexes this water park has to offer, along with a few helpful tips for your first visit. But first, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to get in the loop on all of our new content. And make sure to leave a like and check out all that we have to offer here at Rides&Roars. Now, Carolina Harbor is included with your entry into Carowinds, and it's located towards the back of the park by Copperhead Strike. You're first greeted by the new for 2021 mat racer, Boogie Board Racer. This 6-lane slide opened as the longest mat racing slide in the southeast. It begins with an open portion that features a couple quick dips, so you can build up some speed before entering an enclosed downward spiral, and then it opens back up for one last drop into the finish. Carolina Harbor is also home to several body slides and tube slides. The two main structures in the park are called Storm Surge and Blackbeard's Revenge. Storm Surge is an 80-foot tall tower, and it consists of 2 enclosed body slides and 2 enclosed tube slides. Riders on the tube slides can choose to either ride solo or with a partner, and traverse a winding tunnel with sudden and very unexpected drops that give you a jolt of airtime. The 2 body slides are also dark, spiraling tunnels in which you pick up speed very quickly and become engulfed with water as you're thrown into its curves. I just have to say, this is probably the most intense water slide I've ever ridden, so definitely check it out if you're looking for an extreme thrill. I'd also like to mention some of the park's policies on riding the body slides. First off, they won't allow you to wear a watch because you're supposed to ride with your hands behind your head to protect and support your neck. Also, they strictly enforce their policy of no exposed metal on swimsuits because it scratches up the slides. So for girls, be aware of metal clasps on your tops, and for guys, they'll fuss at you about metal rivets on your suit. I completely understand why they have this policy, but what was so disappointing about it was the inconsistency in their enforcement. The same goes for the body slides on the Blackbeard's Revenge structure, so maybe bring a backup suit just in case you get kicked off. Anyways, the 3 body slides on Blackbeard's Revenge all begin with a drop capsule that send you into a near vertical drop, before flying into a couple turns and ending with a splashdown. These turns aren't nearly as intense as the Storm Surge body slides, but starts off faster as the floor drops beneath you. Blackbeard's Revenge also has 2 tube slides, with open and closed portions, and 1 tube slide that is completely enclosed. The enclosed portions of these slides are slow and winding, but the yellow slide opens up into 1 steep drop, and the red slide opens up into a couple smaller drops. These drops provide you a sudden pop of airtime, while also delivering some speed towards the finish as you skip across the top of the water. Carolina Harbor also has a few more standalone slide complexes. The first is Barracuda Blasters, where riders slowly maneuver through an enclosed tunnel using single-person tubes. Next is Hurricane Falls, which is a leisurely raft ride down a large open slide and can accommodate up to 4 people. Lastly is a structure featuring dorsal fin drop and surfer's swell. These slides weren't operating during our visit, so I can only assume that these are 2-person tube slides. Both begin with steep enclosed drops as one opens up into a large bowl and the other into a large turnaround wall. This water park also features numerous slides and play structures for small children. Pirate's Landing is a small structure with multiple water elements and a short water slide. Seaside Splashworks is a much more expansive structure with clever theming, and it also has a large bucket that tips over on occasion to douse guests below in over 400 gallons of water. In addition, it also has a large array of slides varying in length and intensity. Kitty Hawk Cove is a play structure with several water elements that sits in a pool of shallow water. and right next to Kitty Hawk Cove is a kids' tube slide called Pelican Plunge. Just be aware that adults can only ride Pelican Plunge if accompanied by a child. Lastly is Myrtle Turtle Beach, which mainly appeals to very small children. It has some squishy play surfaces and a few thematic figures with just a little bit of water to keep your kids cool. Carolina Harbor also has a couple giant wave pools and the lazy river. The two wave pools are named Tidal Wave Bay and Surf Club Harbor. Both are surrounded by a ton of lounge chairs and private cabanas that can be rented out. Surf Club Harbor also has some water geysers at its shallow end that provide some nice theming. Having two massive wave pools really allows for this water park to handle a large capacity during those hot Charlotte summers. Coastal Currents is the name of the lazy river, and it provides a great view of the water park while also providing some fun water elements to spice up your adventure. There are plenty of tubes to relax in, or you can just float on your own. However, the depth is only 2.5 feet, so it's kind of difficult to get your whole body in the water if you're walking. I'd also like to comment on some of the food options within the water park. Carolina Harbor really has one big restaurant located between the wave pools, and it's called the Harbor House. They offer entrees such as pulled pork, coconut shrimp, chicken tenders, wraps, and wings. Plus, all entrees come with a side and toast. We got the coconut shrimp with mac and cheese, as well as the pulled pork with potato salad. The pulled pork and potato salad were great, but the shrimp was mainly just breading, and the mac and cheese tasted like any other average mac and cheese. Also, there are plenty of pavilions with tables outside to sit and eat at. Plus, there's an outdoor bar not far away if you're interested. And that's all for Carolina Harbor. So let me just leave you with a couple tips for visiting the water park. First off, there are plenty of bathhouses to change in, so if it's really crowded, don't wait in line at the first changing room you see, because there are others towards the back. Also, the concrete can get extremely hot because there's very little shade, so you don't want to be walking around barefooted. Trust me. Luckily, most slides have a place to put your shoes while you're on the ride. Also, here's what the back of my swimsuit looked like and the rivet that I wasn't allowed to ride with. So maybe just find a suit that doesn't have one of these so you don't have to deal with it. Once again, thanks so much for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Also, check us out on Instagram at rides_n_roars. See you next time.